Yeah. Okay. Wow. We're hyper tonight. So hello, welcome to Hardmic, or as I like to call the premium live event known as Hardmic. So tonight, with Mr. Lyons at Bay, I have a host. I have a co-host tonight. So my co-host tonight is the man that will be facing Mr. Will Steele at Resurgence on February 5th. Remember, the date was moved. February 5th. Ryan Swift. Hello.
First of all, Tone, did you really have to start off with premium live? This isn't even a premium live event. It's hard mic. What are you talking about?
It's a live. It's a live event.
But
This
it's
is a
not a
live
premium.
event.
Premium live events are
It's
like what
premium.
pay-per-views
Premium
used to
live
be.
event. Premium live event. Anyway, yes. Hi. Welcome.
You know, I really didn't feel like being here tonight because I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, and I know Will's here tonight, so
Yeah, but it's
that's
also
not gonna
your
be fun.
job.
You know, jobs suck, but let's do it
Yeah, they
anyway.
do. So, yeah, they do. Except the ones that blow. So, um,
Mm.
let me. I'm gonna pick who I kind of want to talk to first, and the person I would like to speak to first, Mr. Richie Rose.
Hey, Atone.
So,
Wait, you
hey.
introduced him wrong, Tone. He's the big
Oh,
man beater. Sorry, I just had to get that out
oh,
there.
okay,
Sorry,
okay,
Richie.
all right. Thank you for yelling.
You're
Love
welcome.
All
that
right. Well,
for
that's one
me.
thing you get right.
Man, shut
Yeah,
up, big man
shout
beater.
out. Shut, don't patronize the talent.
No,
So,
no, no, I will.
um,
Eh.
so Mr. Rose, tonight you defeated Brandon Alexander, who's been on a bit of a roll. And as of right now, you do not have an opponent at Resurgence, but one will be to you soon. Now, is there anyone in particular that you want to face, or that you have any ideas of facing, or are you just open for the challenge?
Well, if I have to be a fighting champion, I sure as hell am not going to be picky. I don't have to be picky because, I mean, if I were just to pick an opponent, they'd be like, oh, whoopee, and do nothing with it. That's what I've seen. Like, if people give people opportunities, they don't know what to do with them, and they fall right on their face. So, I'm open to opportunities. I'm open to see who's up for the challenge. I heard what a couple people had to say. Thomas Starr in a best of seven with Mr. Die Hard over there in order to become a future contender. I
Yes,
wish you both well on that. And
yes,
Jeremy Barmore had a lot to say. And Tone, you know I love big boys, don't you?
yep, sure do. I learned that real quick, actually.
Yeah, for sure. So, I'm just inviting anyone to come along. You know what I mean? It's just, if anyone wants to come up, go and get it, man. I mean,
Oh,
shit, I'm willing to hold this for long, man. I hope,
I
I
is that
see.
hope
a
someone takes it. I hope someone tries and take it, man.
is that an
Because
Yeah,
it'd be
I see.
boring just being a forever champion without action, right? What would be the point of being a champion if you can't fight for the championship?
But interesting. So, hearing all this and then seeing the main event tonight, you have a lot of people kind of vying for the opportunity, and you're just kind of waiting and seeing. Is there anyone on the roster that you would like to face in the future? Anyone in particular?
Anyone in particular? Hmm. I want to face the spooky boy Enigma Soul at some point. Seems like that would be a very good match.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. That could happen in the future. So, over the next, few weeks since the pay-per-view was moved, we will find a contender for your championship. That way you can be the best big men beater of all
So
time.
now that you say that it's like a few weeks away, I mean, I don't want to sound mean, right? And I know we're gonna get these two later on, but if Rob Kamen wins two more matches, I mean, we might already have a next contender for
Yeah,
Resurgence. Just
yep,
pointing that out.
yep, yeah. So right now it's 2-0. If Thomas Starr can't find a win to save his life, it's like a needle in the haystack to him. Since the pay-per-view's on the 5th, so the 5th of next month, going by calendar sake, all he has to do is win the next 2 weeks. And it's over.
And he's already halfway there. He's halfway on his
Yep.
way to Resurgence. He just needs to win 2 more without Star winning another match. But that means Star has a lot more to prove right now. I'm just saying, Star, you need to pick it up, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
and again, I've never said I was opposed to it. So if Rob Kamen wants to come along and, beat Star twice and get an early shot, then I don't mind. Makes it an easy defense, but I don't mind.
Interesting. I like to see it, like to hear it. This is good. Well, Mr. Rose, thank you for joining us tonight. Stick around. You may hear some good stuff. So, Swifty, who do you want to interview next?
I think it's only right that if we were just talking to the North American champion, I think we should talk to the 2 men who are fighting for a possible championship match for it. So I think you know who I'm talking to.
Yes, I do. Mr. Kamen, Mr. Star. Let's talk about tonight. Swifty, I'll let you handle this interview.
Alright, well, first of all, I want to get to Mr. Thomas Star. Star, where are you? Star.
Hello.
What's up, man? Of course, we go way back. I know you very well. You know me, and...
And after what you just said about me, you can piss off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm calling it how I see it, man. I mean, I consider you a good friend still. It's not coming from a malicious place. I'm like, Star sucks. I want you to perform at the best that I know you can. I mean, I've seen you do it before. I've seen you be the top guy. I mean, you went from rages to conflicts to emerging to your path to glory. You've done a lot around the world. And now you are here in Honor Bound, and you may be 2-0 down, but as a man that's been on the longest losing streak here in the company, I know you can bounce back. What are you going to do to bounce back in this series?
Look, it really sounds like everyone here has written me off. Oh, all Rob Kamen needs to do is Rob Kamen this, Rob Kamen that. Keep underestimating me. Keep giving me that fire. Because if there's one man in this Hardmic that knows what happens when you give me fire, it's Jack. But here's the thing, keep doing it! Because all it does is fire me up. That's all it does.
So,
And Rob Kamen, in 2... Oh, okay.
have you not been fired up the last 2 weeks? Because I haven't seen anything. I'll be honest, I haven't. Thomas Star of Old, I don't know where that man's gone. You've lost 2 weeks in a row. The Thomas Star of
You know
Old...
what, Swift?
Mm.
3 years ago, I used to put people's faces on Dobermans. I'm not like that anymore. I've changed since then. And now just do it. Just keep underestimating me, Rob. Because this little respect thing, it's wearing thin. I'm losing my respect for you. So please keep underestimating me. And the only thing that is going to happen is my boot kicking you in the face 10 times harder. Because tonight I put up a fight. And next week, it'll be 2-1. And then the week after that, it'll be 2-2. And then the week after that, 3-2. And then it'll keep going and going and going until I head to Resurgence and get the North American Championship match that I should have had at the Super Show.
Ooh. That's a good
Because
point.
I'm done playing games. I've said it on here before. I don't do if buts or maybes. I do absolutes. And I'm done with games. So if you want your head on a Doberman, I can do that for you. But unfortunately, I'm not planning to.
And what would you do about a zombie corpse on the ground, Thomas Star?
So, that's been and gone, Swift.
Oh, what? That's gone?
It's been and gone.
Why is that gone? That was like one of my favorite things.
I'm done with games, Swift.
We're going to move on. Thank you. Now, interview Mr. Kamen. Swifty, let's hear from him. He is the points leader at the moment.
That is right. I mean, Rob, 2-0. You heard what Thomas Star has to say. He really needs to make a comeback in this series. But do you think he's going to be able to come back? I mean, 2-0 is a big lead.
One thing I've learned about these best of 7 or best of whatever it may be series, they're very unpredictable. And I'm not putting anything past him. He may tie this thing. He may get ahead of me. Who knows? All I'm looking for is that he continues to put up the fight that he put up tonight.
I mean, Swift, we've both been here for a little bit. I'm just going to whisper so that he can't hear me.
Yeah, okay.
I think he thinks he's already won. I don't think he takes Thomas Starr as a threat. What do you think?
He does either,
You guys do know I hear you, right?
What?
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 I'm right here.
What do you mean? We weren't talking.
Oh, look, Swift. I think he is. I don't think he
You're doing
sees
it again.
Thomas Starr seriously.
I think he's a very nice guy, but I think he's underestimating Thomas Starr.
Yeah, I think he is too. I mean,
whoa. Hold on. I'm going to stop you
2-0.
both right here, respectively.
What?
I'm
What?
not.
What are you
I
talking
am
about?
not underestimating Thomas in the least. It's not in my nature. I don't underestimate anyone I face. I've lost some. I've won some. It happens. Thomas, if you're still here, I want to say this to you face to face. Johnny boy, you here?
Come on, man. We're waiting.
You think I'm underestimating you? Are you serious?
When did I say that?
Right. Okay, we'll go with that.
Did you not just hear what everyone was saying? It sounds like everybody's written me off.
Do I look like everybody?
So, I mean, if you agree with them, then you are everybody.
Thomas, you've known me for quite a long time. When have I ever written you off on anything?
No.
Thomas Starr, I think what happens here is that you, as someone who's just come in, and Rob came and can't hear me, but when you're as someone who's just come in, I'm sure there has to be a bit of jealousy that you were catapulted to become kind of a known name again, and he was just kind of faltering before you picked him up. So if anything, he should be thanking you.
I don't know what you make of that, because I'm not going to comment, because that would be the bad thing to do. That was about you, Rob.
No, you should comment. You should comment. You should comment.
You're going to take that, Rob? Because personally, I wouldn't.
Wow, this is what we're doing.
Since you were going to take that.
This is what we're doing, huh? We're stirring the pot, huh?
Oh, I'm not stirring the pot. See, Swift, you're back. You're back in these locker rooms with me. You hear all this, right? This
I hear a lot of talk about both men that I think could stir a lot of stuff going, but I don't like to start drama, so I'm just like these two.
You know what? No. You know what? I want you to tell them what you heard.
Oh.
I don't know about this time. I mean, a lot of people told me.
And we'll leave names out to protect the innocent. But I want you to tell the world what you heard the locker room say about Rob Kamen.
Okay. And Rob, when I say this, just know I don't believe any of this and I don't agree with it. But
I doubt that very highly.
There's been a lot of talk around the locker rooms and on both shows that you should have been fired a long time ago.
Ooh.
That was one of the things. And I really didn't want to say that, but a lot of people don't think you belong here.
Yeah, and if I could compound on that, because I've also heard that, being in both locker rooms, as far as people are concerned, Thomas Starr is your replacement.
And Stars also said this.
When?
Whether he wants to admit it or not, and pretend like he didn't.
He did.
I heard him say it.
But I'm
Alright, too fucking right. I'll back it. Too fucking right I did.
Oh man, that's
so
rich.
Thomas Starr, will you admit to saying this?
Too fucking right I did.
Oh.
No?
Oh.
That's funny. That's funny. That's very funny. That is very funny. People say I should have been fired a long time ago, huh?
Yeah.
And Thomas,
In fact,
I should have known.
They said, and I quote, when you lost to the ammo guys back to back to back, you lost all of our respect and you lost the place in the locker room. Because maybe what these people don't know is that you don't dress with the boys anymore.
I didn't know you were gonna throw that out.
Saying,
oh my god.
I'm putting it out there. He doesn't dress in the locker room with the boys anymore.
To be fair,
They've ousted him. Yeah, but
I do have my own locker room.
it's different. It's different. So like Star has kind of taken his spot in the locker room, and kind of taken his locker.
It's like more people just favor Thomas Star, I guess, because he's. And again, I'm not agreeing with this, but a lot of people think Thomas Star is
It
just way
sounds
more
like, it
likable.
kind of sounds like you're agreeing with it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not agreeing.
No. We're just reporting what we hear.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, finish
And
your point.
I feel like this goes beyond best of 7 because I've also heard a lot of things that if Thomas Star was to somehow win this best of 7, maybe you're going to be pushed back a little bit more. I don't know. I mean, it's just rumors, just speculation.
Yep. And Thomas Star, I want you to admit fault in this because these are things that have happened, and you are playing coy about saying these things
Hey,
about
look,
him.
you're acting like I dictated it. I can't dictate what everyone here thinks, which is the truth.
Oh.
I mean, look, he doesn't dress with the boys anymore. He's not in the locker room anymore. I have been here, what, 4 weeks, somewhere around there, and I've already taken his spot. How easy do you want to make it for me?
It's actually been like 2 months.
Oh,
I don't know the number on it, but
this is man. Now that it's all out in the open, Cayman, what do you have to say?
Normally I would hold my fire, but I find it funny that just because I choose not to dress with the boys, the same boys who, to be quite honest, have turned my back on me since the whole ammo thing.
Didn't choose, we kicked you out.
Oh, well, there's confirmation. All right, go
You
ahead.
kicked me out.
Finish your point. Go ahead, finish your point.
You kicked me out, right? Okay. Let me
Yeah,
tell you
that says a
something.
lot because we kept
let me tell you
88
something,
around and
Star.
not you.
Let me tell you and the rest of the locker room something. I never wanted nor needed anyone's approval. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm in this business for. I'm here to be the best. For nearly 13 years, that's all I wanted to do, be the best that I can be. And if perception changes my view on people, so be it. If you feel like you've kicked me out, or however it is you want to put it, I'll let you believe what you want. But I want you all to know this. I'm not going anywhere. Did I have a bad patch with the Hamo situation? Absolutely. Was my reaction to it my own doing? Definitely. But as you saw, I'm 2-0 in this best of 7 series.
won't last long. So you keep bragging, mate. Keep bragging. I'm 2-0 this, I'm 2-0 that. Remember, there's 2 halves to every game. And the second half is only just beginning.
Funny you should say that. Because I do plan on making it 4-0. Everyone wants to talk about putting some fire within you. This just put a fire up under me. Hearing what the boys have been saying about me and the fact that you're orchestrating the whole thing.
I'm orchestrating it. You can't blame me. What's the truth is the truth, Rob. And I haven't orchestrated anything. All I did was left a spot that you left vacant. You lost 3 weeks in a row to people that aren't even on this brand. You lost your spot. You took your spot away from yourself, and you cannot blame me for that. You can't blame me for the members of the roster for kicking you out the locker room. You can't blame me for the fact that you lost 3 weeks in a row to ammo wrestlers who aren't even signed to this brand. But I can tell you what you can blame me for, and that's in a couple of weeks' time when I win the best of 7, and you'll be, again, out of the locker room. Oh wait, you already are.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to fight to get my spot back. And unlike everyone else, I'm taking it by force. And like I said, I plan on making it 4-0. And Richie Rose, if you're hearing this, I'm coming for that North American Championship, whether you want me to or not. Because like you, Thomas, I'm done playing around. I'm done being the butt of the locker room's jokes. I am done of being everyone's punching bag. I am here this time around to show the world why they call me Die Hard. And you saw it tonight. You saw it for the past 2 weeks. Star, if you don't bring that fire next week, I will run over you. This is not me bragging. This is just a fact.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rob. I'm trying to find who asked.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow.
All right, boys, just save it. We'll save it for next week. We'll save it for next week.
Things are heating
Thank you
up.
both for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Now, full disclosure, I did not want to do what I had to do tonight in terms of mentioning all this backstage stuff. But I've learned over the past few weeks that the people kind of want to know, and it is kind of our job as hosts of the show to give the people what they want.
And I think we've done that. I mean, we're just going to be truthful from now on. We need to see everyone's best, and if it took that to get some fire under somebody, then I guess we got to be some honest mortar. And I mean, this Best of 7 series has the potential to be one of the biggest things in wrestling history. Or sports entertainment history, of course. I know you're a big fan of sports entertainment. But
Thank you.
I'm excited to see you next week, because
I am.
neither man should want to lose this, because it's going to be very big. Very, very big.
There are a lot of things that, this best of 7 could mean besides a North American Championship title match. I guess we should state the obvious. Like,
we need a new contender, don't
if
we?
Thomas Starr wins this, Caven's replaced.
This is
Like,
about keeping the spot.
This is about, keeping the spot and, wanting to be your very best. And if there was anyone I think could kind of rebound in the series, it's Thomas Starr. So, thank you, gentlemen. We will go on, throughout the couple weeks, through the next few weeks, and we'll see what goes on from here. But Swifty, who do you think we should talk to next?
Who do you think we should talk to next? Because I did pick this one.
Yes, you did. You're right. So, I would like to talk to Mr. Huey Blunt. Mr. Hubert, are you here?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wow, that was a lot.
Well, you doing something?
I can see you got people crawling at your door. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
get some of that?
No, you can't.
Oh.
It's not for you.
No, you can't.
Oh.
This is about even flow, and this isn't about you.
Okay, fair enough.
So Huey, firstly, welcome back to the Blue Brand.
Of course.
As the general manager, it's nice to have you. You are one of my favorites, not because of your drug paraphernalia use, but just because you're super talented in the ring, and that's cool too. So let me ask you. You weren't here last week. But I want to hear your thoughts on the fact that on the Shake-Up night, you defeated New Dawn, and that earned you a championship match at Resurgence. So, I want to hear your thoughts on the fact that, 1, you beat New Dawn, 2, they won their tag match tonight after kind of being at odds for a few weeks, and then what you think is going to happen at the pay-per-view.
You mean premium live event?
You know what? You're right. See, I'm so used.
conditioned.
I've been so conditioned to say pay-per-view that I'm just forgetting that it's a premium live event. At the premium live event of Resurgence.
Hey, what we're trying to do at the premium live event is the exact same thing that we did in the Shake-Up. Go in there, keep that shit plain and simple, and get one of them to top out again. Because we didn't come back to the Blue Brand to play around. That's really just what it is. We had to redeem ourselves from the previous loss on COH, and what a better way to come back to the Blue Brand than to knock off New Dawn. And I mean, yeah, I saw it. They had a pretty good match tonight with Barmore and Jones. I mean, yeah, that was all fine and good. They did exactly what they were supposed to do tonight. They beat the champions beat the random pairing of these two boys together. And that's that. But come Resurgence, it's all about me and Don. And we're looking to walk away with those titles.
I like that, and I know that you are, you are very motivated, and that's what we like to hear. Do you have any parting words for our tag champs? We're going to hear from them later tonight.
Yeah, be ready, because we will be.
Oof. I like the confidence. See, that's why I wanted Huey Blunt back on the show, because he's confident in his abilities. And when you have a tag team that is as confident as the Even Flow in their abilities, that is when things are special. That is when we get feuds that are fantastic to watch at premium live events.
And
So
it's
thank
not
you,
crazy,
Huey.
because they've beat the tag champs already. All they need to do is beat them in the
Yes,
tag team
I'll just do it again.
Yeah.
All they got to do is just do it again.
At the premium
Crazy.
live event.
Live event. Yeah, it's crazy. So, I interviewed Hubert. Swifty, you're the next one. Who you want? Who you going after?
I know
next?
you said we're getting to them later, but it feels right that we go to him now. I mean, we just heard from Huey. I think we need to hear from him as well. So I want to bring on the tag team champions himself, the New Dawn. And before we get into any conversation about Huey, I mean, I can't help but have seen that you guys have not exactly been on the best of terms lately. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I've seen a little bit on Twitter, back and forth, but you guys truly on the same page right now?
Listen. Shit goes down sometimes. Shit goes down sometimes. You know how it is. Swift, you've been in a tag team before, surely.
True.
Right. Sometimes there's disagreements and shit, but really quickly, before we get into all the tag team stuff, I just have a couple of things to say about stuff that happened previously on the show, if you don't mind.
That's alright.
Alright, so number one. Rob, my man, you keep mentioning this fire that's been under you, and you've said it like 7 times in like 3 weeks. You might want to get that checked out. It sounds like syphilis. Like that sounds like an STD. Anyway, sorry to say that. Oh, and really quickly, you got kicked out of the locker room not for the fact that you lost to Ammo guys. You got kicked out of the locker room because you alienated half of us when you went on your little Twitter rampage and quit the company 3 times, if you remember that. And I believe the exact phrase I used when the locker room leader, who shall remain nameless, kicked you out was, "Ever show your face in here again, I'll piss in your shoes." I believe that's the exact phrasing I used. Anyway, congratulations to him for winning tonight. Sorry. Anyway, Even Flow. Listen, Huey, man, you're a formidable motherfucker. I'll give you that. You really, really are. I'm not so worried about your tag team partner. I'm not so worried about your tag team partner, but you've tapped me out enough times for me to sort of know that you're a tough motherfucker. Your tag team partner, not so much. I don't really worry too much about him, but you know, it is what it is. Every tag team has the weak. Every tag team has the weak links. And tonight's not been the greatest night for us. I mean, you know, we won the tag match. Events transpired later in the night that I'm not at liberty to speak about. That's not my place. But dude, fuck. Yeah, APH, if you're around, you want to hop in here for a minute?
Okay, all I'm gonna say is you shouldn't underestimate Don just because you and my man got problems. Don't project whatever y'all got going on onto us.
Dog, I'm not underestimating him. I've whooped that man's ass up and down the fucking wrestling business. I'm not underestimating him. I'm actually overestimating him, if anything. I genuinely do not think he should be a wrestler. He should have stuck to being a manager. Anyway, Angel, you wanted to hop in here?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Jack. Colorful comments as always, huh? Alright, look. Alright, I said what I said last week. I'm gonna get to Even Flow in a minute. But I said what I said last week about you and about Chris and about all this bullshit that we've been dealing with over these past number of weeks. And, you know, I wanted to come in here and have a big laugh. I can't. Chris, I'm sorry, man. but I kind of did tell you so. I mean, you wasn't the killer, Chris Aaron, in that main event. You were complacent, my man, and because of your complacence, one mistake cost you your dream. And I hate to say I told you so on that one, but dude, look, it's fine. It's fine.
This isn't about Aaron. You need to
Get on your high horse.
focus on
John, look,
your tag title match.
I gotta focus on a lot of shit because there's been a lot of shit on my mind. But I get what you're
Yes,
saying.
which is fair. But your focus should be even flowed. They did beat you, after all.
They did beat me when this punk bastard decided to stand on the apron.
Oh,
But
oh my.
But look, Jack, I still haven't forgotten you for that shit. But all tidings aside, it's like you said.
Practice what you preach, man. You said you were moving on. Fuck.
Look. Every tag team has its off days, and we had one.
I mean,
Tonight
shit, you hold
was
on to
our-
that like he held on to that submission that tapped your ass out.
Oh my god.
Oh, good one. Kind of like how Number Someone was broke your arm.
Oh!
Hey, listen.
I wish you did, so I didn't have to deal with your bullshit anymore.
Really?
Oh my god.
Really? Hey, listen. Regardless of what happens, we're still champions. All right?
Not
We're
wrong.
about to be
Not
champions for 100 days. You understand that, bro? We got our differences, but at the end of the day, we have been good. Damn
Yeah.
good. But
Fantastic.
I wouldn't go that far because even flow.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's that wasn't the ideal thing, but look at it this way: 100 days. That's like what, a good 70 more than your COH title run.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm
my
playing. It's a joke. It's a joke.
He's
Based on
not
real events, but
laughing.
it's still a joke.
He's not laughing. Jack, he screwed up. He's not laughing.
Since I've made a mistake here.
Oh god.
Jack, you ain't make no damn mistake. Fucking
I
audio
said so.
team.
I sense I'm making a mistake saying it out loud.
Oh, wow, you a bastard for that one. Either way.
Those are the-
Blunts. I'm still hurting from that little submission you put on me, bro. So I'll tell you like this. We got a few weeks to wait. Once that match comes around, me and Jack are going to show why we are the dominant tag team champions that we are. They sit on commentary. We're on pace to probably be the best in the world. I don't know, Jack. What do you think? We that damn good?
Fuck yeah, we are. We might
We're
not
on
get
the same
along, but
page.
holy
We're-
shit, we're fantastic.
Look, listen. We have our differences, but then again, as every family does, it happens. But at the end of the day, when we side by side together with these belts on the line, are we not the most dominant team on the planet?
Yeah, damn right we are. We pull that shit out of the bag when it matters.
Exactly my point.
You
So
know,
I look towards
before
even
you keep
flow.
going, APH, I wanna pull Jack to the hot seat real quick. Jack,
What?
hot seat question.
Oh,
You gotta
crap.
do the
So
hot
I
seat,
wanna
man.
ask
Hold on.
you.
You gotta do the
Ah.
hot
Oh yeah,
There
it's
you
hot
go.
seat. So let me ask
Prepare
you
yourself,
something,
Jack.
APH. I don't want you to chime in because this is a question solely for Jack. So Jack,
Yes.
hi. Firstly, I hope you're having a good night.
Yeah,
hope
yeah.
things are going well. I want to ask you something, and I want you to be honest with me.
Yes.
What's stopping you from not showing up at Resurgence? After all this nonsense that you and APH have said back and forth, what's stopping you from just saying, you know what, fuck it, and making APH defend the tag titles by himself?
What's stopping me?
Yeah, what's stopping you?
As in, like, what's the reason I'm going to show up?
Yeah.
I'd like to invoke the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution.
Oh no! That doesn't work because we don't follow the Constitution, just like 50% of America doesn't. So, I just want you to answer a question. What's the reason for you to show up at the pay-per-view when APH has said all these things about you, and the only person to kind of really be in your corner this time was the man that was in the main event tonight. So what's stopping you from just saying, maybe it's time APH gets a little bit of eats a little bit of humble pie, so to speak.
I see what you did there.
What's stopping you? What's stopping
That
you?
was the worst pun I've ever heard in my entire life. First of all,
Sure was. Get your
second
bottom
off,
dollar, you get a piece of that humble pie.
if I wanted him to eat a piece of humble pie, I'd stick my fist so far down his throat he was sneezing my fucking fingernails for a month. To be quite honest, I'd just beat the shit out of him if I wanted the shit beat out of him. I could do it. It's not a case of if I could beat the shit out of APH. It's a case of why won't I beat the shit out of APH? He's still co-tag team champions with me for now, and and to be quite honest, you asked what's going to make me show up. Am I getting paid for it?
I don't know if you know this or not, but you're paid even if you don't show up.
Huh.
Well, that's dumb.
Huh.
I mean, you get paid a lot, Swift, and you don't wrestle every week. So I don't want to hear that.
But if I show up,
thank you. But yes, so can we just cool. Because as a man, your manhood was called and challenged by APH. Yet you carried the tag team tonight, and he now wants to be buddy-buddy with you after weeks of disrespecting you. I just want to know what stops you from showing up, what stops you from saying, fuck APH and fuck our tag team championship run because he's a piece of shit. What stops you from doing that?
What? When do we hit 100 days?
I don't have the calendar on me at the moment, but I know it is soon, and I know the APH probably knows for sure, and we'll get to him after next week. Actually,
next week it's 100 days. Next week.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Do we know?
According to APH, it is 100 days next week.
100 days next week.
Mad.
Huh. So, if you want to find out, you want to know the answer as to if I'm going to show up at the Premium Live event, buy the Premium Live event and find out.
Look at that. A salesman. Look at that. We like to see it.
It's a business pitch.
Look at that. Yeah, look at that. You know what? Because you got a career in marketing after this. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. APH, care to respond?
Okay. First of all, it's not disrespect if everything I said was true. Okay?
Oh.
No.
Oh.
It's not. Listen.
Jack, don't
What have I been in my last...
I gave you time.
What have I been in the last 2 years? Listen, what have I been in the last 2 years with you two? Huh? Swift, Tone especially. I've been honest. I may not have done everything the right way. I may not have been a stand-up citizen, but then again, you two aren't saints. But I've always been honest with you. Jack and Aaron, as I've been saying over the last couple of weeks, have not lived up to their potential. Jack Hunter left me high and dry in the tag match against Evenflow. Chris Aaron was riding high on this 10-match losing streak and got his ass handed to him because of one fucking mistake because he got too fucking cocky. It's not being disrespectful.
Jack,
I'm actually being truthful. But what I'm also truthful about is this. When it comes down to it, when the chips are down, when the titles are on the line, me and Jack are damn near unbeatable. So yes, and this whole question about, do you think Jack Hunter, do you think he has a right to show up after everything I said? Dude, you don't remember Infamous Pure? Where I sat here and defended these tag team championships by myself before? You don't think I would do it again? That's how much these things mean to me. That's how much any championship means to me. I want to walk out there and fucking kill to keep these damn things. I know what it's like to let championships slip through my damn fingers, and I'll be damned if I let some petty fucking feud between me and my brother hold me back.
Now, you said something interesting there. You called him your brother. Now, I don't know too much about.
I do.
Go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
just-
Go ahead.
you
Go
know,
ahead.
Because, APH, I'm not here to stir the pot, like I may have done in the
That's
past.
not our job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not our job.
We're
Where
not
have
here to stir the
I
pot.
heard that before?
But,
Where have I heard that
I
before?
mean, this seems like it's very much going kind of the same direction as Humble Machine. I mean, I don't know. You keep
Nope.
taking the shots at Jack Hunter, and I don't know if you guys are really going to last if you keep taking shots at him. I mean, I don't know, man. It seems
Because
like you
there seems to be a pattern with you, APH, that I guess people aren't going to mention. So, me and Swift being the journalists that we are,
Mhm.
will mention it.
Say it.
But
Say it, because I already know what you're thinking.
the pattern with you is you get in the tag team, and then your head gets really large about the tag team. And you seem to forget about the other person, and then seem to kind of
What?
demean the other person for not living up to whatever standard that you have set for them. And then you just kind of expect them to, follow and follow your lead, when truthfully, you probably should have been following their lead to begin with.
Really? Are we really?
I mean,
Look,
Swift,
listen.
you're here
If
to.
we wanna-
you can
If we
attest to
want to
it.
if we want to talk about high expectations, these bastards put it on them damn selves.
Oh.
I mean, Chris Aaron, damn near guaranteed he'll be world champion. Jack Hunter, damn near guaranteed we would never lose as a tag team. So this is not me that's putting all the expectations. Matter of fact, you're talking to a guy who's just got off a losing streak.
I'm sorry.
I had to reinvent myself just to make sure that I lived up to their expectations. Because whether or not they said it whether or not they said it on hard mic or in the ring or anything or anywhere around y'all, I already knew they were pissed at me during that whole losing streak. So don't you dare come at me and saying I'm trying to have them live up to expectations. Because I got texts from them all the fucking time saying, what the fuck is wrong with you? After I lost the COH World Championship.
Now, I'm just going to sit here and say I don't believe that, Swift. I don't know about you, but at being general managers, we handle phone calls and everything. I don't remember once ever Aaron making an effort to point out to me that he texted you what the fuck was wrong with you after you lost the championship.
32-inch flat screen TV.
Boom.
That's
Okay,
my
now we're
TV,
getting.
by the way. My TV that you
Yeah.
didn't pay for, APH.
Is this serious? Is this serious? What is about Jack? Are you kidding me?
No. I don't give a shit about that. The thing is, it's more so, the whole phrase "sleep with one eye open," because you gotta watch your back in this business. You ain't able to fucking do that because you took one out in your own anger and your own stupidity, for one, and for two. You want to talk about us not living up to expectations? Can I ask you why I didn't live up to the expectation when you were the one that tapped? I don't remember if I'm I could be wrong. I got dinged over the head a couple of times tonight, but the expectation I didn't live up to was let me check my notes here. Saving your bitch ass?
Oh.
Really? You want to talk about cowardice? Let's talk about fucking cowardice, dudes. Let's talk about tapping.
Really?
And not snapping.
Really?
Let's okay. I understand where we're getting, and as much as I would love to hear you
You hear
two go
that,
back and
Jack?
forth.
You keep talking like that,
night.
you're going to end up in one, boy.
Okay. Well, I understand we're getting
boy.
spicy, but you two need some team building exercises for next week.
You know what
So
I think?
maybe-
Tom?
No.
I have an idea.
Oh,
actually.
oh, yes, Swift. Yes,
And,
Swift. Yes,
of
Swift.
course,
Yes.
you're the lovely GM of Honorbound, so I can't, make this happen. But, you talk about some team building exercises. As we know, APH tapped out to Huey Blunt, so I thought it'd be interesting maybe if Jack took on Huey Blunt, maybe in a submission match, and see if he taps out as well. I'm quite interested in that.
You know what? Good idea.
Oh yeah, dude, stack the chips. Why not? Give the fucking powerhouse strike
No.
expert the fucking idea to tap somebody out. Yeah, great, dude. And when I do that, what does that make APH look like?
A bitch.
It proves you right. Don't you want to be right? Don't you want to show that you're the big man?
I want
Come
you
on.
to get over this
You can
fucking
beat-
petty
You
shit that
can
you've been
beat
doing.
Huey. You can beat Huey. Come on now. You
Yeah,
can beat him.
Okay.
Listen,
so
dog, I know I
I
could.
get it. I get it. All right. Cool. So
Look.
you guys should probably call each other, and kind of handle this off air, because there seems to be a little heat there. Thank you, men, for joining us. We will
He
hear
did that.
more.
I got to do something next week.
Ooh. we'll hear about these team building exercises next week. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So we got to tag team champions, and man, Swift, you're really good. Really a question asker. You should really get like a job in that because you're really good at the job.
Thank you. I try, but unfortunately, I get too annoyed at some people on, well, COH, I guess. I mean, I think you know who I'm talking about.
That's very good. Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about. So next, I would like to speak to Mr. Dave Henderson. Dave is one of my favorite people, mostly because he has great hair. So Dave, let's talk about tonight.
Hi.
Hi. So you faced Evan Dynamic in a singles match, and you defeated him. And you have a win over Evenflow as well. Now,
Yeah,
you and
I
Carter
mean,
as a unit.
you know, if
Yeah.
Evenflow win the belts, I'm just saying. Someone might say that we had a little one up on them, a little reason to say that we deserve a shot at them if they do win.
That's great. You're totally valid in that, right? So with the unit of Cutthroat being fully intact, do you think there's anyone that can stop you?
No. I mean, you've seen me being Dom before. I've been lenient, and since being with Carter, and when we're together, I didn't hold back. I did what needed to be done, and so there's no one else. And me and Carter, we're not bickering. We're not arguing. We're not trying to one up each other. I mean, heck, if anyone should have been jealous, I should have been jealous of Carter. I mean, he was world champion. But you didn't see me bickering and getting a big head and all up and crying about it just because maybe my partner was more popular and over with the crowd, maybe a bit more talented in the ring, as some people may think about certain someone. But yeah, I do not think there is a single person in this entire roster that could beat us.
And that's great. That's great. I love the confidence. And I mean, to be fair, it's kind of truthful. Carter did break the record, longest reigning world heavyweight champion in honor bound history. And you two as a unit, seem extremely unstoppable. I don't know if Carter is here at the moment.
I mean, hey, is Swift here? Swift,
He is.
you still here?
He is here.
I mean, if we want to talk about unstoppable, you saw that undefeated streak that CB was on. And I went over there, pinned the I beat the streak. And man, if he can't beat me, then who's going to beat me on this roster?
Oh, wow.
Because, what? Is, Evan couldn't do it. Matsuda definitely can't. I have his number well and truly. I'll give credit to Jack. He's getting a couple tag wins here and there, but we all know he's carrying that team. APH is I saw him APH was stood there and he let Jack just fight and he refused to tag him in. So, there was a couple times where Jack would, get involved in a certain move that was happening. And you know what? I respect that. I don't blame him.
You seem like you're getting a big ego after one successful victory.
I'm not getting a big ego. I've always had a big ego.
Congratulations.
I'm just meaning my ego isn't interrupting my tag work, unlike APH over there.
Well,
I
Evan,
was
firstly,
listening to you just
welcome
now.
to-
I was
welcome to the
running your
bridge.
mouth over or talk about your big successful win. You happen to be the one person that can easily defeat CB, and you said something that kind of ticked me off a little bit. You said something. You said you and Carter were unstoppable. Am I right?
Yes,
Am I right? Those were your words.
they are my words.
Cutthroat Inc. is the team to be. Is the next tag team to be. Am I correct? Those were
Yes.
your words. And then in
That is
those
correct.
words, it kind of made me think over and over again, like, hmm. Because there's just something about saying that you're the best tag team that just kind of curses your luck. Because you're clearly not the best tag team because you're not holding the tag titles as of right now. Am I correct? No, you're not.
That's correct, because as a team, we've been doing, 2 matches currently. I mean, we've done matches elsewhere and, one tag gold elsewhere before here, so now that we're, having our tag matches, now that Carter no longer is carrying the world title, we'll easily be able to become tag champs.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Because honestly, I would love to see you again in the ring with Carter and my bud Mike. Because I think anyone can beat me in a 1v1. Anyone can beat me. I will fully admit to that. And you were this close to taking the 3 count. But you got lucky. You were resilient. And I will give you credit. You are good, Dave. You are amazing. But you're not better
Even.
than the SWO. And I damn sure know you're never going to hold those tag team titles before us.
I can guarantee you that by the time you guys get the the championship belts, we would have already.
Ooh. I like that confidence, Evan. I like your confidence too. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the brand. And I don't know if Carter Blackwell is here.
I kind of hope not, to be honest.
You said what?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry. Alright, I didn't say anything.
Shut your fucking
And I
bitch
mean,
ass.
you gotta be-
You
if
little
we wanna
hair.
be
He's always
technical-
it. Oh my god.
I mean, hey Swift. I mean, if we want to be technical, I mean Swift's here now too, so COH. If we want to be technical, before you were brought over here, you weren't doing very well as a tag team over in COH.
Well, actually, we called the
Man,
championship.
people-
I mean,
People have their number. People have their number. So I
This is
mean,
about us.
they can threaten me all they want and threaten me and Carr, but we'll have their number too.
So, Carter, any words on the topic of the fact that Evan of the SWO said that they will hold tag titles before you do?
Didn't he lose tonight?
Yes.
How do you big up yourself when you lost? You see, this is the first time you've heard me speak since I lost my world title. Yet I'm handling that loss. I handled it a lot better than what you're doing right now, Evan. How can you even possibly think in that fucking dim-witted brain of yours that you deserve a tag team title shot? You know what's going to happen, Evan? Even Flow's going to beat the New Dawn, and then we, myself and Dave, have a rightful shot at the tag team championships. You've done nothing. Absolutely nothing. Wavy came in, he lost. You came in, you lost. There seems to be a constant between the SWO. And that just is you are losers. And you had to come over here to try and make a name for yourselves again, and it's just not going to happen. It's like beating a dead horse. See, what's going to happen is myself and Dave, we're going to do what I seem to be doing a lot lately and making history. We're going to be the greatest tag team ever set foot in Honor Bound. Fuck a Faithless. Fuck a Warbeards. It'll be Cutthroat Inc. as the greatest tag team in all of Honor Bound. And why not COH while we're at it?
Oh,
I mean, I agree. I don't
like
like Park
that.
Angle.
Shut
know
your
what,
fucking
Oh,
mouth.
what? You said it. I'm agreeing
Shut
with
up.
you.
You shut your fucking
man.
mouth. No one gives a shit what you have to
Screw
say,
you,
you little
man.
bitch. Shut up.
Don't worry about it. So, Carter, just as a side note, I love that you mentioned everything. We will have to talk later because I have something I do want to bring to your attention. Off air.
Why not now?
He's got a point.
You know what? You're right. How about you guys have some front row seats to COH on me next week?
Yeah. Oh wait,
Do we have to?
wait a second. Isn't there a tag team? Dave, isn't there a tag team that really wants to come and fight in Honor Bound again? Isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, there is, and like they really want to get away from somewhere as well, because you know, I can see why they'd want to come to Honor Bound. You know.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a douchebag in charge over there, so
Oh,
like,
come on,
Yeah.
man. What the hell
sense
is wrong
to
with
me.
you?
Right. Shut up.
I mean, he claims to be this nice guy, but I mean,
But you're insulting me. I haven't
everyone
even said
sees through
anything.
that
Oh,
one.
shut up.
I literally don't do anything. Okay,
Shut
whatever,
up.
whatever.
Shut up. Thank you. But yeah, so what I'll do is, on my dime, you all will have front row seats to COH next week. And, you know
Alright.
what, Swift? I want you to hear this.
Okay. Hey, what?
Whatever happens next week happens.
What? What do you mean?
Whatever happens, happens.
Like, is that?
I hear you like to leave your office a lot lately. Maybe I'll
It happened
take
once,
off
and
the
then a
crude and
douchebag broke
I'll
in.
take off the crude and then
No,
you know.
no, you're not allowed in my office, especially you.
I'm sure Crude's got a key. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll take a
I've got a
backstage
key.
tour.
I only have one key. There's only
Pause.
one spare key, so if I lose that key,
Don't worry
it's
about.
gone.
I got. Don't worry, Carter.
You
I
take him
got
away
keys.
from my office, Tony. He can have
Thanks,
a front
mate.
seat, but he can only have a front
Just,
seat.
just
No,
make
no,
sure
no.
you're there.
We'll
and
make
you're
sure-
not going for your little turkey
Carter,
dinners
we'll-
and stuff.
They were pretty
But Carter,
good,
Dave,
Yeah.
I'll make sure that you. I'll make sure that you all get a full tour of the building.
except for my office.
On me. No, and his office.
No, they
Especially
don't
his
need to be in
office.
my office.
He is. He is. The
And
good
maybe if
candy
you're
in
lucky,
there.
Swift, we'll introduce you to Fred Durst.
Who the hell
Yeah.
is Fred
Remember that?
Durst?
I mean, Huey and Don met Fred Durst.
Who is that? Like the guy from Monsters Inc.
Okay, that's enough. All right.
Is he from the
All right,
radio
so-
show on Hulu?
Okay. So we're done. We're done. You're done. So yes, on my dime, Carter and Dave will have front row seat to COH next week, and whatever happens, happens. Whatever.
That sounds wonderful to me, Tone.
Sounds like a good old time.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
else
gonna be
sounds like
great.
a good old time, Toad?
What is it?
Hashtag watching ammo!
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
let's play that ad.
Oh,
I don't know
let's
if
go.
you guys have the ad.
Oh, yeah.
Let's play the ad.
Yeah, ad guy, get the ad on for ammo.
Yeah, get that ad up here.
Oh, you've
Get
got
it up
the ad?
here.
Okay, all right.
Man, you have one job. One
Nah.
He has
job.
the old advertisement.
One
apparently.
fucking job.
Well, yeah, what the
Well,
hell?
play the old one!
We'll
Okay.
play the old
That's
one.
Alright,
it.
Alright, guy, play the old one.
Hello! Welcome back. Whatever
Nice
happens,
ad.
happens, huh? It was a real nice ad. You know what else is a nice ad? Watch COH this Thursday. Whatever happens, happens. So,
Okay.
up next, I'd like to speak to Jeremy Barmore real quick. So, Mr. Barmore, I know, it's been a rough few months for you, but you teamed with Tyler Jones tonight. And Tyler, you can come in here too while we're at it. As a grouping of you two did really well as a tag team. You didn't get the win tonight, but you performed really well. What are your thoughts on Tyler Jones as your partner tonight?
You know what? It's crazy to think about, really, because I mean, I was Dude's first match in this company, and we have been warring over the tag team championships and just over everything else, singles championships, WrestleCade matches. We've been at each other's throats for a while. So the fact that we teamed up tonight and actually worked and cooperated very well is somewhat surprising, but at the same time refreshing. I mean, it's cool to actually team up with him to throw other opponents than me just throwing him all over the ring like I normally do. So it was kind of cool.
That's great. That's great. That's great. I'm very happy about it. Tyler Jones, what about your thoughts on this kind of makeshift team that I put together?
I'll be honest. I didn't expect it to happen, but to be honest, like Ballmore said, it's kind of refreshing being on the opposite end, watching people get tossed around instead of me being tossed around like a Caesar salad at a nice fancy restaurant. But besides that, I have lots of respect for Ballmore. Me and him have fought. He's been mostly, he's been mostly the one who's beaten me over the years. I've got plenty of respect for the man. I wouldn't mind if we kept this up, but to be honest, I've always liked our wars. Who knows? I wouldn't mind facing him off against in the ring again. But if he wants to be a tag team and keep this going, I wouldn't mind another tag team title.
Barmer, what do you think about that? Tyler Jones is willing to commit to this if you are.
You know what? I don't see why not. I mean, like I said tonight, we did very, very well. I think it's all the times that we've just collided and, we just kind of know each other now. We know what we are capable of. So, I mean, hey, it worked to an extent. So, I mean, you know what? We can keep it going.
All
Keep it
right.
going.
Cool.
Let's keep this
Wonderful. So much so that you'll be facing SWO next week. So, this new makeshift team of Barmore and Jones.
I think we should
Call
give
you
him a
the
tag
B.
team name.
Yeah, we'll call them the BJs.
You know what?
I'm gonna stop you
whoa,
right
whoa,
there. We are not being called that. Me and Ballmore will talk about it. We'll talk
we'll come
about
up with our own.
Yeah, because you know what happens with BJs? They come up on their own. So, thank you both for joining us. Thank you for joining us tonight.
God damn it.
Thank you for joining us.
My God.
Before we get, listen, it's my job.
You're supposed to be the clean one on this show, man. What the hell?
A lot of things are clean, but you know what's dirty? The BJs. Yes. I want to get to Aaron. I want to talk to CG just for a quick second and get his thoughts on Hunter Quinn's win tonight.
Hello there.
Hi. I like hearing from you when you are here.
Thank you.
No problem. So, thoughts on Hunter Quinn's win tonight, and let's get some overall thoughts on kind of how things are with you.
Well, when it comes to Hunter Quinn, I'm actually very proud of him as his fellow teammate. He's been very well representing himself on the independent scene. And I feel like that his title reign is going to be one that's going to be remembered for ages. As for me,
as for you, what's up for you? Since Hunter Quinn's kind of tied up at the moment.
Well, I've got a bunch of things I need to get my head around. When it comes to any championships, I need to probably focus on the ones that are in my range as of this moment. I don't know, probably the North American Championship or something like that.
I love that you mentioned that. Because you're going to have a match next week against former North American champion Josh Wolf, actually. Mr. Wolf, I know you're here. So next week, you're going to be facing CG. He wants to focus kind of on North American Championship, and I'm going to give him an opportunity to face you.
All right, awesome. I mean, it's definitely a championship you want to look into. Trust me. I have no doubt in my mind. that you could be up there for sure, but you got to prove it. That's the big thing. If you're not out here proving yourself, then I don't think you could beat him. So I want you to try your hardest tomorrow or next week. I mean, sorry, I'm having a bit of a conniption right now. I mean,
No, it's okay. It's okay.
After that match, I've kind of tapped into a side of me that I really wish I wouldn't tap back into in a long time. You saw it, CG. It's that violence is coming back. And that
We like
violence
violence.
may hit you.
Oh,
It may
wow.
hit you hard.
Oh,
There's
That's fine.
Go ahead.
That's fine.
oh, I think CG welcomes the violence. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've had my fair share of violence thrown towards me in terms of punishment. I mean, I've got struck on the head by many times of Chris Aaron's running hammer. So
Trust me, I
Oh,
went
wow.
through the same thing.
I like
Never
that.
feels good, but
Nope. It doesn't. But you know what does feel good? The BJs next week. So,
Oh my
thank
god.
thank you two for
Alexander
yeah,
Whiteout.
for yeah, you know, BJ's calls whiteouts. So I'd like to thank both of you. CG, I'm very excited to see you in the singles match next week. So excited to see you. And you know, I know there's a lot going on, and everyone's kind of frazzled. So it's a good time. But who I do want to hear from before we get to our world champion, and then we get to Mr. Steele, is Mr. Aaron. Now, because I am GM, I'm going to hand this interview off to you, Swifty. But before I do that, Mr. Aaron, I want your thoughts on tonight.
Well, first of all, are we through the bullshit comedy hour of Hardmic? Everyone has been jumping in here. It's been one comedy joke after the other. Let's make light of this whole week. There's nothing to fucking joke about tonight, kids. There's no laughter going on here. There's nothing funny about Honorbound right now. There's nothing funny about Hardmic tonight. Everyone from Jack and APH all the way down to people like Rob Kamen cracking jokes left and right. Our hosts can't get 5 minutes without dropping some one-liner. What is so funny about what happened tonight? What is so hilarious to any of you about anything that took place tonight?
I think people are just trying to have a little fun, you know.
I do not care how much fun any of you are trying to have. This is not fun. There is nothing fun about tonight. 10 years. 10 years. Do any of you have a grasp on 10 years? Do you understand the chase of 10 years? I hear people get
I
on here.
want my world title in like 10 weeks. Get good, kid.
I hear people get on here and complain because they haven't had a title match in 2 weeks or a month or 2 years. Oh, woe is me. People who want to get on and say that I've been doing this for 2 whole years and I've never won a world title. 10 years. I've chased that motherfucker across different companies, across different champions, different designs, different everything. 10 years. Now, some people look at that and they say, wow, what a failure. Some people look at that and say, wow, looks like he really can't get it done. One hiccup. One. I made one mistake. I thought, you know what, maybe a powerbomb to the outside of the ring, maybe that will really solidify this win. Maybe that will really take care of Hunter Quinn. And the time it took me to get him back in the ring gave him the time to recover and reverse the one move no one in this bitch wants to face, and that's the Burning Hammer. One mistake cost me months of work, and you want to come in here and laugh. I've heard people who I haven't talked to in months get in here and talk about what happened tonight and make light of it like it's not a big fucking deal. Let me fill you in on something. Hunter Quinn, or whoever the hell wins it from you, this ain't the end. Chris Aaron isn't done chasing, because sooner or later, the prey always catches up. Sooner or later, I will be the world champion, and there's nothing that any of you can do about it. And let me address one other thing real quick.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
APH. APH. How dare you lie? How dare you come in here and lie and try to make people feel sympathetic towards you for what has transpired the last few months? You come in here and say that me and Jack were constantly beating down your door saying, what's wrong with you, APH? What's wrong with you? Not once. Maybe Jack did. I wouldn't put it past him. Not once did I ask, what's wrong with APH? I never put you down. I never said a cross word about you until you decided to open your mouth. I didn't say a word. I let you do what you had to do, and you were able to come out of it the other side and win the tag titles with Jack. You did that. Do not try to get your little baby face fucking rub from these fans by saying that I, the bad guy, said something about you that wasn't true. APH, you continue to go out there, you continue to tag with Jack Hunter, you continue to defend those honor-bound tag titles. I guarantee Jack Hunter is going to carry you all the way to glory. Guarantee it. But soon, you're on the list. You're coming up next. I'm getting in a couple weeks. I've got to deal with Soul. I'm still looking for that world title. But you, APH, are on the list. And soon, I'm going to check you off of it like I have everybody else so far. So, any other questions, comments, concerns? You have any more?
Yes.
Any more shitty one-liners you want to throw to try to make light of the night?
The night.
Actually, I got a question.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Aaron.
Right, here we go.
Let me get your man. What kind of shirt did you? What kind of material is your bones gonna be made out of when I make you into a shirt?
Oh, that's cute. No, go ahead, keep going. That's cute.
So before we get too ahead of ourselves, on behalf of Honor-Bound Management, me and COH as a whole and as a board of directors, the fight between you is not something that we are willing to risk standards and practices and company stuff for. So I don't want you two wrestling in Texas. I will find a building for you to go to. and you two will wrestle in that building, unsanctioned.
Oh.
But
Oh,
we will
really?
not be liable. We will not be liable for what happens in that building.
Are you sure about that?
100%. Never been more sure about anything.
You're aware. Let's just all like cover our bases real quick. You're aware that I locked him in a trunk and drove him into the ocean, right? Like,
Hey, you
and that
realize
was
I swim better,
no.
man.
So hold on, I'll get to you. You realize that was like that was sanctioned at the time. So like, in what universe does it make sense to put me in a room with him with no rules, no liability, no legality?
It absolves the company of anything that happens. and on my personal dime, I will find the building for you, and I will send a referee. That is it.
All right, Soul Taker, Soul Enigma, Soul. God, I don't have many words for you. To be quite honest with you, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bummed out tonight. I'm not quite on my A game. I'd be lying if I said that I'm, at my peak at this exact moment. So I'll leave you with this. In our match, our, I guess, unsanctioned fight. So I'm going to finish the job. And a lot of people say that. A lot of people use that one-liner and they think it's a clever quip. Soul, I killed you once. If there's anyone in this business that can say I'll finish the job and mean it, it's me. I'll do it again. And I'm going to cherish every second of it.
Boy, oh, come on, Aaron. You played this little game with me. You said you gonna finish the job. You said you was gonna finish the job the first time, and look what happened. Look what happened. I'm right here in front of you. You act like I'm a ghost. You know what happens. You already know what's gonna happen when I get you in that unsanctioned building or whatever matchup is gonna end up happening. You already know this. I'm not gonna talk about this whole thing. Aaron, when we get locked up in that place, I'm gonna paint that whole canvas like it's an artwork. I'm gonna paint it all nice and neat with your blood. See, that whole ring is gonna be my little poster that I'm gonna use for you. But you won't know it until that time comes. Because I'm not gonna sit there and just use no creepy videos, no smoke or mirrors and all that kind of stuff, blah blah blah, song and dance, or stupid little shows that Swift always be like to preach about. I'm just gonna let it all out on the table. And when I do, Aaron, you will beg. Knee pads and all, you will beg.
So you're gonna have to kill me to get me to beg. You're gonna have to. I'm telling you right now. I don't beg for anybody. I sure as hell am not gonna beg for some washed up, half dead loser. Ahabnan.
Oh, well, no. See, that's even more perfect. Cause see, in that unsanctioned match, I'm gonna be on your time. I'll tell you what. You just let me know when you ready to get those oranges up the stairs. Cause I'll be right there up that top, pushing you down the flight of stairs and make sure that you fall each and every single last one until you break. And then afterwards, I'm gonna put you on a shirt. I'm gonna put you on I'm gonna make you out of some shirts and some socks. You know what? Hell, I'll even make you out of some NFTs that Tones always likes to talk about too. Also, NFT Tone, make sure y'all get some of them.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Enigma Soul is just like the rest of you. Quips and jokes and one-liners because none of you take this shit serious enough to be real for 10 fucking minutes. Even the almighty Enigma Soul has to crack jokes. What is going on here?
Well, see, Eric, that's the thing. We way past jokes.
You've been joking about NFTs. You're oh my god, you're bringing up NFT jokes. You're bringing up this.
No.
What are you talking about?
That's the thing, Eric. we way past all that. See, I'm way past that point now. I'm way past all of the things. I want you to just know this. Me, you, in the ring, paint the canvas with your blood. Hell, I'll even splatter my blood all over the place if I have to. But at the end of the day, you will beg. Hell, I'll even make you bend the knee if I have to.
You're not gonna do shit. I'll see you then. Good luck. I hope that one day you learn how to take this shit seriously, and maybe then you'll actually be able to beat me. Who knows? We'll see.
See, I'm taking this very seriously. You just don't know how serious that I can go to making a person beg. I'm on your time. I'm on your time when you ready to beg.
I like to hear all that. So, what we'll do over the next few weeks is that I will get a camera crew. We will do confessionals of the two men, kind of explaining why things are the way that they are now. We'll take a trip down memory lane, so to speak.
Oh, you mean
next
when,
week we'll hear from.
tried to kill Enigma Soul? Because that was
Yep.
That's where this all stemmed from. And we want to talk about not taking things seriously, but let's be honest. Chris Aaron tried to kill a man. How much more serious can we get than that? We can talk about 10 years of World Championships not winning those, but you almost took many more years off of Enigma Soul's life. And honestly, I don't feel bad for that.
I would do it to you too, Swift.
And you know what? I know you would, so I can't wait for Enigma Soul to get his revenge. Just know, Chris Aaron, you are an absolute piece of shit. You want to get serious? You are a piece of shit for that. And I will never forgive you.
I don't have to. I don't need your forgiveness. All I need is a world title and to bury Soul in the ground again. And then after I take care of APH too, I'll come for you too. Watch me. I hope Will still leaves enough for you. Sure, it all doesn't seem like it at this point.
Okay.
You be begging for forgiveness, and you will.
So, like I said, we're gonna get there. Next week we will do a retrospective. We'll hear things from Aaron's end, and then the week after that we'll hear from Soul's end, and then we'll be at the match. Like I said, you might as well leave your wrestling gear at home. It's a fight. You show up in clothes that you wear to fight. And I'm just gonna say it. I don't care who leaves the building. I don't care if both of you leave that building. If one of you dies in that building, it's out of my hands. So, whatever happens in that building will happen. I'll have a camera crew over there to film the entire thing. But I'm just letting you know. Once the match / fight is over, it's it. That's done. We're done. That's it. And, Aaron, I trust that when you say you will finish the job, you'll finish it. And Soul, I trust that when you said that you were going to make him beg, that you will. So, like I said, next week we will hear from both of you. So, I'm excited for that. Swift, I want you to interview Hunter Quinn, and then we'll get to you and Mr. Steele.
Well, Hunter Quinn, I mean, there is a lot of things to talk about, but I think we all know the big thing on your mind. I mean, you literally just beat a man that has been undefeated this season. You beat me last week. You beat Carter Blackwell, and now you beat Chris Aaron clean in the middle of the ring to retain that championship for the first time. So, I mean, honestly, it's not really a question. I mean, this is more of a celebration, man. Let's celebrate. Congrats.
You're right. I did something that not a lot of people here in Arbonne could say that they could do. I kicked out of 2 burning hammers. I avoided a third one. I took my knee and put it straight through Aaron's jaw to get that win. It looked like I was going to try to give up during that whole match. I didn't. I kept on fighting and fighting and fighting just so I could keep this championship with me. I saw people saying that they think that Chris would win because of his record here. But look what I did. I proved people are wrong again. I keep on proving people wrong each week I step into that ring now. As I said, I defeated you last week. I defeated Carter. I defeated all of these men to get to this spot I am right now. In only 2 weeks after I won the championship, I have shocked the world more and more times. I'm ready to shock the world even more times when it comes to the pay-per-view next month. So, I'll just be sitting here waiting while we have Chris Aaron dealing with Enigma Soul and them having that, what you could basically call a war in that location wherever Tone may bring them. We have all this stuff going on with APH Jack and Aaron with all the discourse. And I don't know, think about it. I think that might have been one thing that made Aaron lose. He's had all the stuff in his head, all jumbled up in his head, thinking about it all each week that passes. We've seen that once Enigma's soul returned, once he showed that he was not dead, that had to be eating him up inside. Disappointed that he didn't get the job done. We also have APH basically telling all the other guys that things are going the way that he thought they could be. I mean, sure, APH Jack won tonight, but we definitely saw with Tyler and Barmore, it showed that they can be a great tag team, even against the tag team champions. I have to say that this era now in Arbonne will be known as the future of Arbonne. You got me as a champion, you got Richard Rose as a champion with, I mean, I have Cayman, Star, CG, and all them going after him. And soon, I will show that I can be as great as a champion or even better as a champion as Carl Blackwell was. We just have to wait all of these days to go on by all these defenses to show everyone that I can be a great damn champion.
I like that. I like that fire. So, over the next few weeks, I will kind of go over with my team on who on the roster should get it. But you will have a title defense at Resurgence. It's just a matter of getting that person for you.
Maybe they'll have to think outside of the box, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Maybe I will. So, Hunter Quinn, congrats. on your defense, and now we get to Mr. Steele. I know it's been a long night. What you waiting to talk, and I know things have been kind of said back and forth between you and my friend here, Mr. Swifty. You guys have 2 weeks. You wrestle tonight. Swifty will wrestle next week. And then the week after that, we will officially sign the contract for the match a week before the match. Are you all good with that?
Works.
I've been fine.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. So, are there any words that you two want to say to each other tonight?
I feel like I've done a lot of talking last week. See, I'll let Will go this time. I have stuff in my mind.
Oh, will you allow me to speak for the remainder?
And there it is again. These backhanded. Okay, yeah, you got it. You speak.
I don't understand how that was insulting, but I just want to just ask that. I thought asking you first would be polite, but apparently that was an insult to you. But okay. How do I say this in a nice way possible? Because it seems like anything I say, you just take offense to it. So I should just take the gloves off. I see you as a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. You are envious, envious, envious person. Because I have sat here. I don't know if you asked Tone to like keep me in the bag, let me hear everything. But I'm glad you did because I have heard you berate and insult your fellow locker room teammates. You have insulted them, spread rumors, and just blatantly dislike them. But yet, you're a guy that I had to hear week after week saying you're a man of the people, and you don't understand why people don't like you. You obviously have not heard yourself speak. You obviously haven't. Because you're ass. You really are. I think you're worse than me, and trust me, I know. I understand this, people. I am not a good person. I consider myself in between at best. But this right here, he is not your hero. He is your villain. He is the bad guy at the very end of the story that you don't expect. Because he wants you all to believe that he is there for you when he's really here for himself. That's why you heard him laughing. Telling somebody that they don't belong in the locker room. They got that spot taken. I heard him talk crap on Carter Blackwell. One of the, if not the best honor-bound world champion. You hear him just berate everybody around here, and he just thinks this is okay. This is your guy, ladies and gentlemen. Because if it is, I'm sorry you had to deal with this for so long. I'm sorry I was absent, not to protect you for this villain, this assault. But that's okay. Because you got your way. You had Tone make sure there was a no contact between us. I can't touch you. That's fine. That's fine. Because all I gotta do is sit here. And you'll just do all the work for me. See, you're really just showing your inner colors. You're tearing apart. See, you're just that wild animal behind the cage, growling, clawing, trying to get the zookeeper that I am. And all I gotta do here is sit here, prod you, poke you, taunt you, just to show what you really are. You ain't no good guy, you're a savage beast. And I'm gonna show that. At the premium live event, ladies and gentlemen, I will show you all what this man really is. I'm going to bring out the true Ryan Swift, not this fake, jokey nobody. The true Ryan Swift, the one you all deserve. Not this fraud, not this heresy. But hey, I'm just saying the truth, and apparently me speaking the truth is so hurtful. It's so disrespectful. It's so bad that he just won't speak anymore. So I will stop speaking for his benefit. And if he wishes to rebuttal, reply, or comment on anything I have said just now, please, by all means, do so.
I also want to say before, if Swift wants to rebuttal, as you heard with the Aaron and Soul, I think we should do that as well for you two. over the next 2 weeks. We'll get a recap of why we are here, and you two from your own perspectives. We'll hear from Swift next week, and then we'll hear from you the week of the contract signing. So, Swift, do you care to respond, or will you respond next week?
I do. I do care to respond, and I realize like throughout these last few weeks, like even some people were pointing it out. Actually, a lot of people were pointing it out. Maybe I'm starting to go a little bit off the rocker. Maybe I'm starting to lose control a little bit. I mean, you pointed it out yesterday. A few others did as well. And the truth is, I think you're kind of right. I'm not sure where this has all gone wrong. I'm not sure where all this hatred, all this, like, these people really starting to clam on me have really come from. I mean, there's been a lot of things that's happened to me, like, throughout the last few years here in TOH and on Unbound. Like, it's been genuinely crazy. I mean, last year I was fighting my stepbrother over the fact that he tried to kill my dad for the second time. And then I have this whole thing with Team Perk Angle Crude almost getting the show entirely cancelled off of Twitch, by the way, last night. And then I have Will on here coming at me, and then I also have Townsend coming at me, and I had you coming at me a little bit yesterday as well, Tone. I had a lot of people saying a lot of things towards me. Even Carter did, even Dave did. So many people have come for my throat, and it's starting to drive me a little bit insane. I can't lie. And with Will, that is just the icing on the cake. This whole thing goes years back. This isn't just Will coming in and me suddenly having an issue. This goes years back, because me and Will have always battled for that top spot in any company we in, because it seems like we always end up in the same place, and we're always fighting for that top spot. And Will can call me a lot of things, hypocrite, anything like that. Maybe he's right. Maybe I am a little bit of a hypocrite. Maybe I am a little bit of all these things that I've been accused of. But I'm not perfect, man. I've never claimed to be perfect. I've done bad things. I've done a lot of bad things as much as I've done good things. And sometimes I just get confused, and in this moment I'm speaking right now, I feel confused with myself. I feel confused because all this chatter I hear, it's getting to me. I mean, all these people saying I'm truly the villain. I'm truly the bad guy. I'm just trying to do what I think is right. But maybe I've been wrong. I mean, there's 2 ways to go in life, and maybe I've been following the wrong direction. And maybe Will's helping me see that a little bit. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's wrong with me. But all I know is I want to do very bad things to Will Steele right now, and it's not something I felt before. And I still remember fighting Daniel Lyons last year at WrestleCade, and the ending of that match. The same move that he used to try to kill my father, I hit on him, and if I'm being honest, it felt good. It felt really good to get that revenge on him. And some part of me feels like that maybe that move needs to be brought back out, because it seemed to make me a lot more fulfilled at WrestleCade, and maybe I need to do the same thing at Resurgence, because to be honest, I don't know what to do anymore, but maybe things need to change. And you know what? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. But all I know is that premium live event at Resurgence, things will go back to how it's supposed to be. Whether that's in a good way or a bad way, I'm going to do what I have to do. Even if that's something that I don't think I would have done. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to finish you.
I know exactly what's going to happen. I know this. I see the future. I see where you're going, and I like it. Because you're finally opening up your eyes to seeing what you truly deserve to be. You have this move that you just want to wreak havoc and destroy and just unleash on me. Please do so. Because you'll be finally ripping off the mask that you have been putting on for these people for far too long. I don't care what everybody else says. You need to listen to me. Because I am speaking the truth. I am guiding you down the path that you need to be. And if I have to beat the whole living shit out of you up and down this ring, up and down the ramp, in the backstage, I don't care. I will wake you up from this godforsaken nightmare that you have put yourself in just to bring you back to what you should be. But don't you dare lie to these people. What happens after resurgence, it will not go back to what it used to be. A new self will be unleashed. A new era will come and a new Ryan Swift will be born. It just depends if you're going to be standing or if you're going to be crawling on the floor beneath my feet. I will make you the better self. That's Ryan Swift. That's, I promise you.
I like that. I like this from two of you. Like I said, we will hear from one of you next week about the history of this between you two, and the other man the week after. So, I like to
At the
thank all of you
premium
for-
live event, by the way.
At the premium live event. Yes.
You must buy your tickets now. Front row.
Yes, front row.
I do have deals. I am the real deal.
Okay.
Please
All
do
right.
so.
So thank you all for joining us tonight. And please join us next week. We're going to have a lot of retrospectives for our really big matches, and, maybe we'll figure out some other stuff. I thank all of you for joining us for Hard Mic. Remember, it's a Hard Mic night for us. Have a good night. See you next week.